of Hisuian Goodra VSTAR. So why don't we look at Hisuian Goodra VSTAR? Or, as they call it in Japan, Hisuian Melon VSTAR. Okay, starting out with a list that isn't a mess and actually looks pretty good. Hisuian Goodra VSTAR. So let's, you might be asking yourself, of course, what does Hisuian Goodra VSTAR do? And, I don't know it by heart, so I'm gonna take you over here and we're gonna figure it out together. Like I said, guys, you're listening to the opinions of somebody who has not done any sort of preparation with Lost Origin. This is all off the cuff. Pure hopium and or copium. You have to decide which one. Here's Hisuian Goodra VSTAR. For water metal colorless, it does iron rollout 200, and during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attacks. Of course, that's changed by like rope boss, cross switcher boss, etc. And then VSTAR power, just heal all damage from this Pokemon. So it is your VSTAR power for the game, but it completely heals your Hisuian Goodra VSTAR. Something that really benefits the tankiness of Hisuian Goodra VSTAR is that it's Dragon type. It has no weakness. So that's really good. Now, another important card is going to be the Fantina supporter. Which we will find right here. You may use this card only if you have 10 cards or more in the Lost Zone. During your opponent's next turn, your Pokemon take 120 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon V. So they can't get around this with Rope Boss, with Cross Switcher Boss, etc. Because it just says all of your Pokemon take 120 less damage. I've seen it ranked low on Japanese tier lists. I like the idea, but that scares me a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it does seem good on paper, right? It does seem very good. But like I said, I haven't tested it at all. Yeah, so I think it's good because you swing 200, you take 80 less, and if you played Fantina that turn, you take 200 less. You could even play Radiant Gardevoir, which I think it should play, but let's keep looking. Let's see what other people are doing with the deck. Okay, nothing crazy there. This one has Amazing Rare Kyogre and Greninja and Dragonite V. Yeah, I think this seems fun to play. It doesn't seem as fun to play as the single price toolbox stuff, but it seems fun to play. This one also has Cheryl. I guess Cheryl could work, right? Because you have Mirage Gate. So I hadn't thought of that. I had not thought of Cheryl with it. Yeah, so most of these lists all look very similar to each other. I haven't seen anybody using the Radiant Gardevoir as an option for more damage reduction. I guess the extra draw of Radiant Greninja is just really important because everybody down the line here is using Radiant Greninja as their Radiant card, like, consistently. And here we have with Arceus VSTAR. And what does this Galarian Slowking even do? I want to assume it's not important. Okay, so this one's built like Arceus Duraludon. Oh, it heals 90 on a coin flip? Okay, that's cute. That's interesting. This one's built a lot like Arcdora. Somebody in chat just mentioned build it like Arcdora. Well, here you go. with the Hyper Pots, with the Crystal Cave, with the Avery, with the very consolidated Pokemon lineup. So this might be a good way to try it. And here's one without the Empoleon V. But, excuse me, I'm not sure if this is ever better than Arcdora. Here's one with the Radiant Gardevoir. In my opinion, again, no testing, I think that the Lost Zone versions will end up being better. This is a mess. This is a mess. This is a mess. Just putting it all in one. Oh no, you're telling me more than one person's doing this? Have I just become washed and I didn't realize that Arc Goodra Duraludon was the way? Arceus Duraludon Xbox ever? Arceus Duraludon farms Blissey Miltank. Okay, that's enough Hisuian Goodra VSTAR, because I'm seeing a lot of decks that just look crappy now. Enough Hisuian Goodra. How do Lost Zone decks beat Empoleon V? Escape Rope.